I was sitting by the window, watching the rain gently patter against the glass. In less than 24 hours, I was supposed to be walking down the aisle, marrying James, the love of my life. I had spent years dreaming of this moment, meticulously planning every detail with him by my side. Everything was perfect, or so I thought. I picked up my phone and saw a text from Maria, my best friend and confidant. We had known each other since childhood, and she had always been the sister I never had. If anyone understood me, it was Maria. She was the one who helped me plan this wedding, offering to stay by my side through the nerves, the excitement, and the chaos of it all. But today, our message wasn't what I expected. Meet me at James' place. There's something we need to talk about. My heart raced as I read the message over and over. It felt off. Why wasn't Maria helping me get ready for the rehearsal dinner tonight? And why did she want me to meet her at James' apartment instead of somewhere neutral? Anxiety swelled in my chest, but I convinced myself it was nothing. I trusted Maria and James completely. There was no reason to doubt them. When I arrived at James, the door was slightly ajar. I called out, but no one answered. I stepped inside, feeling a growing unease. I could hear voices coming from the bedroom, hushed but unmistakable. One was James, the other Maria. My stomach turned. I walked slowly toward the door, my heart pounding louder than the rain outside. And then I heard it. I'll tell her tomorrow morning. She deserves to know. James' voice was calm, casual. We can't wait until the last minute, James, Maria replied, her tone sharp. We are getting married tomorrow. She needs to know now. My heart stopped. My breath caught in my throat as the weight of their words sunk in. They were getting married tomorrow, on my wedding day. I burst into the room, barely able to hold myself together. There they were, standing too close, too familiar. James in his traditional attire, and Maria in a short dress she wasn't supposed to be wearing. I stood there, frozen, unable to believe what I was seeing. My fiancé and my best friend had betrayed me in the worst possible way. What is this? My voice cracked, barely above a whisper. James looked at me, his face drained of color. Maria stepped forward, her expression calm, almost cold. I'm sorry, she said, though there was no remorse in her eyes. But James and I are in love. We are getting married tomorrow. The ground beneath me seemed to collapse. I didn't know if it was shock or heartbreak, but something inside me shattered. My body trembled as I tried to make sense of it all. How could the two people I loved and trusted most do this to me? I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I turned and walked out of the apartment, leaving behind the man I thought I would spend my life with and the friend who was supposed to be my sister. The next morning, I was supposed to be the bride. Instead, I spent the day curled up in bed, numb and broken. I didn't go to the church. I couldn't face the humiliation of watching them take the vows that were supposed to be mine. Maria and James got married that day, and I disappeared from their lives. For months, I was lost. The betrayal had torn me apart. The pain of losing not just a partner, but a lifelong friend, was unbearable. I withdrew from everyone, spending days on end wondering if I would ever heal. Meditation and breathing exercises became my only refuge, helping me manage the waves of anxiety that followed. Slowly, I began to rebuild the pieces of myself that they had destroyed. One day, as I sat in a cafe trying to read a book, I noticed a man sitting across from me, his eyes gentle and curious. His name was David. He introduced himself with a smile that felt warm and sincere, and for the first time in a long time, I smiled back. Over the next few weeks, David and I began to talk. He was kind, understanding, and didn't push me to share more than I was ready for. We bonded over shared experiences, life's little joys, and our love for quiet moments. As time passed, David became the light in my life that I didn't know I needed. He showed me what real love looked like, a love that was patient, compassionate, and secure. With him, I felt safe. Slowly, I started to believe in love again. A year after we met, he proposed in the simplest, most sincere way. And for the first time in what felt like forever, I felt joy when I said yes. On our wedding day, as I was about to walk down the aisle, I received a call from James. My heart sank when I saw his name on my phone, but I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Later, I found out from a mutual friend that Maria had betrayed him too, leaving him for someone else. Now he wanted to reconcile, to start over. But it was too late. I walked down the aisle that day, but not to James. I walked toward David, the man who truly loved me, who respected me, and who wanted to build a life with me. The ceremony was simple, nothing like the grand event I had once planned. But it was perfect because it was real. Today, David and I are happy. We have 2 beautiful children who fill our home with laughter and love. And every time I look at them, I'm reminded of the long, winding journey that brought me here. I was broken once, betrayed by the people I trusted most, but I healed. And now, I'm living the life I always deserved. I never heard from Maria again, and James is just a distant memory. I don't dwell on the past anymore because I know now that everything happened the way it was meant to. I found the love I was meant for, and every day, I am grateful that I didn't settle for less.